Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and that's still teaching this truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes, and who the Lord will deliver in these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp. Coming back today with another quick lesson, and Lord willing, today this lesson will be edifying. And not too sure of the title, it's going to be a quick lesson. But even the John Brown commentary in the Blue Letter Bible knows, all right, what the Motb is, because it's evident, okay? The Motb, the reason as to why the talks about the Motb in the correct breakdown, when the Motb is coming out through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Basham Al Shah so heavy right now, is because that's the next big thing. That's the next big thing that they're getting ready to do. And according to prophecy, when they implement this, the micro C-hip, that's what the Motb is. Okay, that's when all hell gonna break loose. That's when you're gonna have World War III. Okay, World War III is gonna come after that, where they're gonna actually start shooting ICBM thermonuclear missiles. Okay, and then Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is gonna crack the clouds with the angels and deliver his elect, as well as destroy two-thirds of the Israelites that are going to be here in Babylon the Great, also known as America. All right, that's the next major things that are getting ready to happen. Now, when you look at this commentary, all right, this is at the John Brown and the Blue Letter Bible, okay? Because you got the IUIC and these other individuals talking about, you know, the Motb is sin. You know, you think about it in your mind and you act it out with your right hand, and it's if you follow Esau's sins. Now I guess now Esau got his own set of sins, which sin is transgression of the law. So I guess Esau is now over the law in a sense, and he dictates what sin is and not. You know, that's what Bishop or Deacon Yabasop said in his on a live show on Saturday. But let's take a look at this. This is from the John Brown. Okay, this is from the John Brown commentary in the Blue Letter. All right, it says the verse here in Revelation 13 and 16. It says, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their foreheads." Right, and that's in the NKJV, the New King James Version. Now I'll get you the words here, right? Strong's G 5480, Charagma. All right, or you have some people that say Charagma. You have people say Charagma or Charagma, right? Charagma, and it says a thing carved. Now, Elder Apostle Tahar was going into this. He was going into this today in his live show, or his live show premiere, I rather say. Whenever you carve something, you physically are carving in something. You physically, like, if you want to physically chisel your name into a stone or a rock, you gotta physically chisel. You gotta physically chisel into that rock with a sharp instrument, you know, a graving tool and a hammer, right? It says a thing carved, sculpture, graven work. You are physically making a sculpture. Okay, it physically has to, the rock or the marble physically has to be dug into to make that sculpture, or to grave inside of the rock. Okay, like the Ten Commandments was graven on stone. It was a laser from the chariot that did it, but it was physically graven on 2 tables of stone, right? It says what? Karax. Strong's G 5482. Karax, right? To sharpen to a point, okay? Through the idea of scratching, right? To sharpen to a point. Now check this out. Look at what it says next. This is in the Blue Letter Bible, by the way. This is in the Blue Letter Bible commentary. This sounds a lot like a hypodermic needle piercing the skin. Is this not what we've been saying this whole time? Beginning with the apostles and elders on down? Because you're going to have the delivery device that's actually going to have to put the micro C-hip into your skin. That's going to be the Karax, or the Karax, however you want to call it, right? It's the hypodermic needle that's going to be injected in your skin. That's going to have to push, all right, the Motb into your skin. You see? And this is what happens when you actually look up the words, man. When you go into the Greek and you actually are being scholarly, you know, you actually are given diligence to make your calling and election sure, you will see these things. You see, but you got King Nathaniel, and then the rest of the cohorts that are with him that doesn't teach their congregation or their men to look up words, and they'll say, you guys take looking up words as if it's a doctrine. Well, is not etymology the study of the truth, the study of the truth of a word, right? And did not Yahushua say, I am the way, the truth, and the life? If Yahushua is the truth, you're gonna have to go into words to get the true etymology of the word, of what a word is saying, especially in this language. Okay, they're just using the word mark for face value. Then they try to equate it to Job 10 and 14. He marketh my steps, and that's sin, and that's the mark of the beast. You know, it says, if you remember, last week we pointed out that the number 666, which is Chi Psi Stigma, right, had a name that was where it was right there, had a name, and that name was Chi Psi Stigma. See, Deacon or Bishop Yawasabi said, and that just represents the white man. That's just the white man. Well, when you break the word Chi Psi Stigma down, what does it mean? What does it mean in the Greek? That's what it says in the Greek. Okay. It says Strong's G 4742 stigma, right? From stizo, right, to stick, i.e. prick. Okay, to stick or to prick, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. Okay, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. And then it says in the readout of this microchip, right? Because that's exactly what the Motb is. And here it is. They telling you it's right here in the blue letter Bible. They over here telling you what it is. We've been saying this, beginning with our apostles and elders on down for years. You see, it says in the readout of this microchip, there are 9 levels of information that the designers included. They were the name, an image, picture of your face, and that's why they got this whole thing going on with the biometrics. They're going to have the entry, exit, recognition system, for lack of better words, that Donald Trump mentioned, the biometric entry and exit system. And you also have the EU that's going to be implementing this on November the 10th. It says they also wanted social security numbers with extra international digits. And mind you, here it is, like a couple days ago, you just had 2.6 billion social security numbers that just got just confiscated, by this hacker. Which, I mean, come on now, what do you think's really going on? A fingerprint identification was also to be included. Physical description, family history, address, criminal record, occupation, income tax information, and it's going to be a lot more than that. It's going to have your CO2 footprint on there. It's going to have everything, your driver's license. Okay, it's going to have everything, and you're not going to be able to move. Okay, unless you have this Motb. Okay, and then it says character. You got character, right? It says an impression. You see, the exact impression, the image of any person or thing. Marked likeness. You see, a marked likeness, precise reproduction in every respect. Okay, facsimile. Is that what it says? Facsimile. Copy or reproduction of old book. An exact copy. It's going to have all your information copied, okay, on this Motb. You see, and they're letting you, and it's telling you right here. They're telling you right here what it is. That it is the microchip, man. Right here in the blue letter Bible. We're moving from credit cards to debit cards to smart card, coming out in France. Which this is how you know this is pretty old, because all this stuff is already out. Smart card, EMV. You have EMV cards down here that you got NFC in the EU, which is short for near field communications. But here you have RFID, which is radio frequency identification. Okay? And they're telling you, it says it is very probable, number 2, it is very probable that this process will go from the smart card to this personal implant chip. And that's exactly what it's going to do. You're going to have the digital ID that's going to happen first. Okay? You're going to have the digital ID that's going to happen first, and then it's going to segue into an MOTB, the MOTB, I'd rather say. It will be so convenient, fast, and cannot be ripped off. You know, it's going to be secure, convenient, quick. You just scan your hand, you just, you know, wave your hand, or they scan your forehead. You know, they scan your head, boom, there you go. You know, deduct out of your account. Ain't going to be no more cash. Cash going to be obsolete. You ain't going to need cash. You see? You ain't gonna need cash at that point. You need to pay your phone bill. They just deduct it all. You know, you need to pay your phone bill. Just go ahead and put your phone. You know, put your phone right up to your hand. Bink. You can pay your bill that way, or automatically draft out of your account. You're gonna have UBI, Universal Basic Income. This is what's coming. This is what's happening. It is so important to note that when President Clinton was asked about the MOTB, his answer was, of course, I'm for it. You see? Wow. Many people became aware of the new, you see the word right there, through the Bush administration, but I want you to take out a dollar bill. And don't the apostles always go into this? This commentator is going in right now. He is going hard. On the back left seal, you will see the pyramid with the all-seeing eye of Osiris. With Osiris or Horus. You know? This commentator is going in. John Brown. Under the P, might be a Jake, man. Who knows? He might be a Jake, or he might just be one of those Bible Belt Christians that just, you know, one of those Bible Belt Christians that know. Under the pyramid in Latin, you will see Novo Ordo Seclorum, which is what? You see the word right there, NWO. You know? This was placed on the back of the dollar bill in 1933. Man, I gotta read. You know what, man? I gotta read more. Man, the trilat. Man, look at this. This is in the commentary. John Brown. If y'all want to look it up, look for yourself. John Brown commentary. The Trilateral Commission, funded and began by David Rockefeller, and we know who the Rockefellers are. Right? It says was able in 1972 to control oil supply and prices so effectively that people of America sat in gas lines without ever asking why. Going into the Trilateral Commission, you know? Yeah, this dude's going in, man. I'm gonna have to read up on some more of this. You know what I'm saying? On more of his commentaries, I'd rather say sometimes. Honestly. It's the first one. Let's see. Now, of course, he's going off talking about how Michael wins. Of course, Satan's kicked out of the heavens, you know, heavenlies, and confined to earth. Now he's going off right there. You know, the beastly Trinity. Yeah, he going off on that point. But he was on point when it came to the MOTB. He was letting you know what it is off the money. Okay. It says the prophet immediately sets up registration centers to number and identify his worshipers. And what's those registration centers going to be? Those chipping stations. That's going to be the registration centers. Okay, that's what the Apostle Tahar always goes into, those chipping stations. That's exactly what those registration centers are going to be. He classifies them into 3 different groups. Those who have the logo, image of the beast. This is probably the bulk of the population, because most of the world is going to wonder after the image, which that's already happening right now. All right, the image of the beast is pretty much the revival of this Roman Empire. You know, how the Roman structure was when ancient Rome was in place, the Pax Romana, if you will. You see the same thing going on today, man. You know, you got the political sector, you know, the court sector, Roman numerals. You know, the bread and circuses when it comes to the gladiatorial games, also known as football and UFC and basketball, and, you know, all these different things that you see. The architecture, you know, the laws, okay? Their gods, okay? That all encompasses the image, okay? Those who have the name of the beast, it says this is probably a little closer group that works closely for his plans and purposes. Which the image, the name, and the mark, you know, the image, the name, and the MARK, I already said it. They all are, you know, they all coincide. They all work hand in hand. And those who have his number, so these are, yeah, now he's going into like, these are the inside circle, this and the third. Check this out. It says the point is this: without these identifiers, you will die, and it's gonna be likened, or not even likened. That's the wrong word. It's gonna be subject unto death. You're gonna have martyrs, man. Whereas you're gonna have men who are gonna actually give up their lives for this, man. That's the times I'll be coming into. The point is this: without these identifiers, you will die either by refusal of the charagma or by starvation. But the thing is that the Lord is going to preserve his elect. Okay, that's why the scripture says, and my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. My servant shall rejoice, but ye gonna be wailing, for lack of better words. You see? But I just wanted to bring that quick point out, man. The John Brown commentary agrees with the micro C-hip. Okay? So Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth and that's so teaching his truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Until next time, Lord willing, I say shalom.